Hey, I'm back with another update. I'm going to try to make this quick because it actually is raining lightly here, so I'm just going to try to be quick, but there are some changes since the last video. I got some beets started. I know they're more of a spring and fall crop, but they're a little more heat tolerant. I did grow them over the summer last year. I'm going to try it again, but I may try it to add them definitely in the fall again if I do a fall sowing. And as I said before, I do usually run out of motivation and energy to get out and garden in the fall. So we'll see if I do this year. I hope I do. But that's what these empty pots are here with anti-squirrel measures on there. And here in this thing, I still have these I have to transplant. I gotta get more potting soil. Is that Gaillardia, which is what this is. Never heard of it, but it looks like they may have some buds up there. But that's still in just a deep, plastic nursery container, and some the lemon. I think that's the all lemon drop basil. The sweet basil looks like it's more glossier. I trimmed back. I pruned the triple crowns, blackberries. Here's the Detroit Supreme beets. There's 4 of them in there. Potatoes. There was a massive storm last night, so a lot of the potatoes and other things flopped over. This bed here, which was a little slower to get going, but let me see, back off a little bit. Yeah. The in-ground ones are lighter. I think I said in that last video. Definitely. I don't know if there's more nitrogen. The beds should be pretty well mended, and I fertilize them the same. Yeah. Rosemary doing good. The blackberries are pretty much done. They still have the buds on the primocanes, which you see how tall they are now. They're going over to the neighbor's side. Yeah. I've been trying to prune out some of I gotta trim out the floor canes. I've been trying to do a little every couple days. It'll help with airflow. It'll help with everything. I'm just gonna try one of these right now. Let's see, one that looks like it's not diseased. That one looks pretty good. They're massive. I'm gonna eat that right now. Old tart. Yeah, not the sweetest. Not the sweetest, but massive. Good for jam. Probably better for jam than fresh eating, but they are still tasty. Yeah, I don't see any new, but yeah, now that because everything's so overgrown, and it's hard to keep track of where new primocanes are shutting up. This is the one that was growing up by itself randomly away from other plants, and you see that I did tip prune it, and it's got two good laterals. This one's a little shorter, but this one going up, and then that one go over to the neighbor's side. And then these laterals on this middle plant are just insane. I really should prune those back, but look, I got buds up there. Potatoes back here in the bed up against Henry's shed here, or garage, have all flopped over. You see, it looks like there's nothing there, but that's because they're all flopped over into the bed here. There's another. Oh, that's a sweet basil. You see the difference? That's a sweet basil. The other one's called lemon drop. I'm guessing it's a lemony scent or flavor or whatever. But this grow bag, yeah, see, they're all going down here. There's nothing planted here. This is all just coming from back here. They tend to flop over. Once you get that first good windstorm or first good thunderstorm, they flop over. The lovage, fully gone to seed. They'll be opening soon. My candy onions, massive. Top growth. I don't see any swelling yet, but the base is like an inch or 2 already. So now, I didn't know. Like last year, I planted them 3 or 4 per pot, and it was the Spanish onion. It probably could deal with maybe just 2 in a pot, 1 or 2 in a pot, because they're definitely doing a lot better and bigger than the onions did last year. They're just massive top growth. and very thick at the bottom. So I'm still curious. I haven't seen a swelling yet, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, good rainstorm. Like I said, I still think I'm underwatering my potatoes, especially the ones in the grow bags, because that one year I had one of the big white pots that I had the blueberries in that now have, can't even see them, but I had them in a big plastic pot, and I think I was in the summer I was watering them pretty much every day, and I dug it up and they were literally all rotted. All I had was the seed potato, and now I have this PTSD from that I'm so afraid to overwater my potatoes. So I'm probably chronically underwatering them. But you see, after the storm, we had a thunderstorm yesterday, and it rained heavily yesterday. Flash flood warning heavy. And you see now how much healthier all this growth looks. Even though it's all flopping over, it's still, potatoes, that's just what they've always done. They flop over, but then they still stretch for the light, so you know that they're still alive. And how much better they look after that thunderstorm. I have dug up these when I dug up here and I dug up here. Yeah, but these ones are kind of dying back. You see all those stalks and there's no foliage. But the tips are still going. So, if we need potatoes, this is where I'll be digging them from this bed, since this looks like it's, like I say, see down here, I don't know why. I don't know if it's just natural dieback or if that's from the blight, because I'm pretty sure this is early blight. Yeah, it has the concentric rings, which I did some research, and that seems like what it is. But I mean, it's not going too crazy. But yeah, so that is killing some of the foliage off here. But I dug up and I still got, 2 or 3 decent sized potatoes, 2 or 3 medium ones, and then 2 or 3 smaller ones per plant. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, still 4 in here, plus this whole bed, plus all the grow bags. But yeah, you see what's going on here. All right, I talk a little bit longer. I know I always say I'm going to keep it short, and then I start rambling. Sweet basil, lemon drop. I think that's another sweet. More lemon drop. The Florence, Italian Florence, or yeah, red Italian Florence of Florence, or something like that. Scallions or green onions, but they supposedly will bulb up more than usual. The usual green onion. I keep meaning to thin these out into individual plants to try to get the maximum bulb as possible, but I just haven't yet. That looks like a bean plant. I don't know how that got in there, but that is a bean plant. I'm almost positive. This pot, when I came home, you say this pot here was on this, and from the rain or whatever, it fell over. Didn't totally damage the stalks. The stalks, the leaves had kind of they were already like that for the most part. But I think I was able to save it. It doesn't look like it looks any worse than it did yesterday. So hopefully I put some of the soil back in. I watered it even though it was heavy rain, just to get good root to soil contact. I'm gonna leave it on here. I'll probably take that out here. But yeah, that was a little storm damage, so we'll see what happens with that. I staked up the tomatoes because they were all flopping over from the storm. Every year I'm gonna say I'm gonna do this preventatively and put the stakes in ahead of time, but I never do. I wait till I see them flopping over and then I fix them. But you see, you're really starting to see the buds now. And this one, I'm getting some flowers, so it looks like there's 2 clusters of flowers, or maybe even 3 now. We'll see how many I get. Oh, here's some more of the potato buds, but they say you should pick those off to improve tuber size. So starting to see some more of those. Here's more over here. I always forget to show you what I'm talking about because doing this myself. Okay. Yeah, this is called Bush Early Girl. Yeah, and I have 6 plants. 5 in pots, and then this one in the ground over here. Like I didn't feel like buying more. So I just wanted to get it in the ground. I actually need to stake this guy up too. So you see, he's got some He's got at least a couple buds on there. I have 3 of these window boxes of the green onions. Right, the 2 here, and oh, and then the one over here. All these green onions. You see the red. They were red kind of base. Sweet basil, lemon drop. Remember that gaillardia where you can see the bud there? So I'm curious to see what that's going to turn out like. Another pot of onions. Another part of candy onions. Like I said, you see the massive top growth. So, and they really are big, especially back here. Like this one is just massive over here. So I don't see it swelling yet, but I imagine it will. Yeah, you see, look at all this. Yeah, the potatoes still looking healthy for the most part. I mean, they flop over, but still looking pretty good. Sunchokes, pretty good. We'll see what happens with these guys. I thinned them out recently. Probably cut them out even slightly more. Like, what's this guy here?